Herringbone tile is timeless, classic, and elegant, but it can be a challenge to install. Lucky for you, I've got 6 tips to help you install it, and yes, I saved the best for last, so get ready for the ending. Here we go. Number 1, get centered. You always want to center on your focal point, and in this case, it's above the range. 20 3/4 is my center mark. I'm checking it both sides to make sure it's good. When you're first starting out with herringbone, it can be confusing, so it's best to dry lay them to get a visual of what it's actually gonna look like when you cut them. Once you find the center of the area to be tiled, you'll need to find the center of the herringbone pattern. Herringbone can be confusing because there's so many points. Naturally, you'll see the point touching the level and think that's the center. But as you can see here, if I take my 20 3/4 center measurement, it ends up right at this tile corner. But when I flip the 20 3/4 inch mark on the other side, the end of my tape measure is sticking out past the tile corner. Center is actually the center of these 2 points. To mark it easily, put the speed square on the point touching the level and measure the distance to the point next to it. Mark the center of these 2 points, and that's your center for the herringbone pattern to get equal cuts on both sides. To check it, slide the speed square over to align it with the mark you just made. Double check that both sides are equal and you are ready to go. Number 2, help yourself with the layout. For a backsplash, since you start on the countertop and continue up, make your countertop cut here. So you're starting with a solid piece instead of having to add little pieces to fill in. This will speed up the installation process and make it easier. On a side note, when ordering herringbone tile, order 15% more for waste since not every cutoff can be reused. And number 3, use support while cutting. Whenever cutting small tiles, especially sheet-mounted mosaics, you want support underneath so they don't fall or dip in the saw openings when cutting. Here I'm cutting on a piece of backer board. To see a very helpful tip on this, check out this video I made on how I do it. And number 4, use a laser level. This is one of the installs where a laser level is extremely helpful. With a laser projected on the tile, you can easily align the tiles so that all the tips are hitting the mark. To see a comparison video of the 2 laser levels I used on this backsplash, click here. Now you don't need a laser level, it's just easier. You can use a regular level as well, just make sure all the tips are touching the level. Number 5, marking cuts. When measuring a cut, measure from the surface area to the deepest point. To transfer this to the tile, hook the outside corner and mark the tile. This works horizontally or vertically. When marking a tile, I like to measure 2 points and draw a line for accuracy. This is vital if the area you're tiling isn't plumb or level. And number 6, the secret is to use Non Sag Thinset. I love ProLite by Custom Building Products. It's lightweight, holds the tiles in place, and has premium bond strength. Just make sure the consistency is not too wet. Medium to thick is better. Trowel the wall, tamper the sheets for better bond and consistency, then manually align the tiles where they need to be, and that is it. I installed this entire herringbone backsplash without using any spacers. The reason I don't like spacers is that if you're relying on a spacer to hold the sheet mounted tile in place, many times the weight of that sheet will scrunch up the area where the spacers are. A non-sag thinset will give you a better finished product because you don't need to worry about joints being squeezed by the weight of the sheet mounted tiles. Did this video help you out? Let me know in the comments and smash that like and subscribe button for the best tile content.